Get rid of your emotional problems. My friend, you are here today because you are interested in removing your own emotional problem. It can be depression, anxiety, fear, mental blocks, negative thinking or overthinking. It can be anything. You are here today to get rid of those problems right now. So my friend, I am Pradeep Aggarwal from Institute of Mind Control and Development, Hyderabad, India. I am a certified NLP trainer and a hypnotherapist, and I have discovered and created my own program called Hidden Resource Activation, HRA, which is beyond hypnosis and beyond neuro-linguistic programming. I am practicing hypnosis since 1972, started teaching hypnosis in 1977, started using NLP since 1994. I work with the top level sportsmen in India, and I help them to come out of their problem, whether emotional or negative patterns, and they become very, very successful. I work with the Olympic athletes, I work with the golfers, cricketer, and many other sports, plus I work with the top level CEOs, politicians, and royal families also. Now my friend, today you are here because you want to remove your fear, phobia, or your emotional problems. Now before we go into it, you need to know what emotions are and how it works and why you are not able to handle it. And then I will tell you what you can do to completely remove your emotions problem and become successful, happy, excited, and live a very healthy, happy life. That's right, my friend, you are here for that purpose. So let's come back to the main topic of what emotions are and how it works. Now my friend, emotions are in our subconscious mind. They are programmed in your subconscious mind. That is why we are not able to control them consciously, because they are in our subconscious mind. Now we have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind. I'm sure most of you watching this video must be knowing about it. We have a conscious and we have a subconscious mind. Now subconscious mind is automatic mind. Anything is programmed there, it's become automatic. It works like the autopilot. Now my friend, we have two kind of emotions. One is a negative emotion, one is a positive emotion. Now both have their own effects. Positive emotion make you feel good, fantastic, enjoy your life. Negative emotions make you feel depressed, anxiety, fear, and become a very big block in your success in your life. Many of the things you are not able to achieve because of your negative emotions and depression, anxiety, fear, phobia, negative patterns, too much thinking, the past negative memories. These are the things are stopping you, coming in between you and your success and your goals which you want to achieve in your life. So emotions are stored in your subconscious mind. Now, subconscious mind, the good emotions will help you, always help you to achieve what you want. Now, how these emotions affect us? Now, whenever we are emotional, we get negative pictures in our mind, negative thoughts, our inner thought and voice become negative, and our words change, our physiology, When you are happy, excited, you are like this. When you are down, like this, You might have seen people from a distance. You can say, when you look at the person's physiology, you can tell whether the person is depressed, anxiety, or feeling low or down. I work with the top sports person. When I see them walking while playing, I can know what is going to happen. And if you watch a cricket match, sometimes, the commentators say, the body language of the team is so powerful. Or when team is losing, they have already gave up, their body language is down. How they know it? Because of their body postures and things. And the inner talk. So, when you are negative and positive, both the time your inner voice, in the thing which you talk inside your own mind are different. Now all the emotions are feeling. When you feel the emotions, when you have an emotion, you feel differently in your body. And these are called energy. I'm not going to get into too much technical things here, but I'm going to very simple thing. Now, how emotion works. This has been programmed. Many of our emotions might have been programmed since our birth. Or since most of the time I find out most of the negative emotions has been programmed before the age of 10. Now you don't feel those emotions that time. You feel later on as you grow older and older, the emotion becomes stronger and stronger. I will explain to you why it works. But before we get into it, what does the emotion does? Emotions are automatic trigger. Now, emotions are in our subconscious mind. We have got hundreds of different kind of emotion, good and bad, programmed in our subconscious mind. They are all waiting there to get activated. Say for example, somebody has a fear of dog. Something might have happened when he was young, the dog jumped on him or attacked, they got a fear of dog. Now every time they see a dog, that fear emotion for the dog is waiting in the subconscious mind. The moment they see the dog, or they think about the dog, or they talk about the dog, that emotion automatically triggers. Then what happens? Their breathing change, their inner dialogue change, the pictures in their mind change, and the feeling inside their body change. Now feeling is energy. Now it is a pattern ready-made set every time the person sees a dog. Now this is about the fear of dog. Now sometimes we have a negative memories. What happens? You had an incident, something will happen with you and you don't like that person now, you had a big fight and you don't like that person now. Every time somebody talk about that person or you talk or think about that person, the same negative emotion get triggered. Many times it might have happened to you in your life. One person, you always say, anytime I look at you, I feel bad. Every time I look at you, I get angry, irritated. Why? Because sometimes that person has irritated you and that emotion is programmed in your subconscious mind, and every time you see that person, that programming gets triggered automatically, and it has a sequence. It has a sequence. It is pre-programmed in your mind. Unless we break the pattern, we cannot break the emotion. The emotions are always there in your subconscious mind. Now, how it developed? Many times when I do therapy, people come and tell me, Mr. Aggarwal, I ask them, when this depression started? They say, sir, I think it started around 10 years back, but last 2 years it is becoming stronger and stronger. Now, it started 10 years back, now why it is stronger? Now listen my friend, why this negative emotion, depression, stress, anxiety and fear and phobias on painful memories become dangerous? Why it become dangerous? Let me explain to you. Understand it very carefully my friend, listen very carefully. To just give you a story to make you understand more. In my hypnosis workshop, I have one healing session where I ask the people to think about the person who you want me to forgive. Well, forgiveness is a very important part in healing. So I ask them to go back in time in the past and think about a person they need to feeling or why they are suffering now. If they need to forgive somebody, go back in time to forgive someone. I still remember many times this happened. People come to me and say, Mr. Aggarwal, I'll tell you the real story that happened in my workshop. The person may be around 60 or 65 years age. He came to me, he's a businessman. He's a businessman, successful businessman. And when I asked them to think about a person or something, he said, Mr. Aggarwal, I don't understand why this happened. I said, what happened? When you asked me to think about a person, suddenly I went back into my school, my first class, when I was 5 or 6 years old. And suddenly a picture of my colleague, my friend, the classmate came into my mind. And I asked him, he said, I never thought of this person in my life since I left my school. Why this picture came in? I said, what happened? He said, he thought for a moment and said, yes, I remember what happened. He ate my tiffin. When you are young in the school, you are hungry and the lunchtime you open your box and it is empty, how you feel? I said, how clear is that picture? So very, very clear in my mind as if it is happened yesterday. How you felt? I felt cheated. Now listen my friend, this is the feeling of cheated is stored in the subconscious mind and made you feel bad, and that warn you anytime anybody can cheat you. And what happened? This feeling is stored in the subconscious mind. That time lunch is over, time is over, is okay. Now after a few years and when you grow up, same kind of thing happen and that somebody cheated, and when somebody cheated, that feeling was not, the situation was not very strong, but what happened, the cheated feeling and the past cheated feeling both got triggered. The first feeling of the school was like this, the second one, because it was like this, but both together it become like this bigger, and then the third time it become bigger, the fourth time it grows. That is why when the same kind of incident happen, the previous negative programming, whether it is a depression, anxiety, fear, or it can be anything, it get double and multiplies. Then that is why after some time it become unbearable, and that's why people come for therapy. So my friend, so if we don't stop what we are having right now, the same kind of unconscious thing may happen in the future, and it becomes stronger and more dangerous. Now, what are the ways to get it out? There are many ways we can do it. As a mind coach, as a hypnotherapist, NLP trainer, I find out there are a lot of different ways people can heal themselves. Number one, meditation, self-hypnosis, mindfulness, yoga, hypnosis, hypnotherapy, NLP therapy, and there are a lot of alternate healing therapies like Reiki, pranic healing, many of them are there. They can help you to come out of this problem. Now, the important thing is, it is no more work anymore now, because it takes a long time. There is a disadvantage of these techniques. They take a very long time. By this time, the few things more happen, it becomes stronger instead of coming down. Number two, it is costly and lot of time consuming. Now, me I know all of this thing, I use this thing, the longer method, many years. Now, but I have developed a technique called hidden resource activation, and these techniques take only few minutes to get rid of the problems. Step by step you have to do it, so we remove it instantly and instantly break the pattern. Now, what is HRA? HRA is a hidden resource activation. What do you mean by that? So listen my friend, when we were born, the God has given all the power inside us. It is like a biggest computer we have. It has lot of software, lot of hardware. We are not aware of it. To achieve whatever we want, everything is given here. We don't know how to tap into it. Now, being a mind coach, doing hypnosis, NLP, law of attraction, all these things, I know all these things are there. But what actually happened? I started working with the sports in 1998. I worked with the cricketer, golfer, and I used to do a lot of one-on-one sessions. And the interesting thing used to happen when I used to do one-on-one session with them, suddenly just a few minutes before their match or their round or their fight or anything happened, they come up with some mental problem. And they used to call me from other countries, sometime middle of the night, sometime early in the morning when I'm sleeping, and sometime they call me and say, "Sir, I can't play today, this has happened." And I have to come out with something to get them healed instantly. In that process of my programming and my own programming, I come out with a lot of problem and solve their problem instantly. And in this process, I have developed a very powerful, unique technique called hidden resource activation. Now, let me give you an example. What is hidden resource activation? See, we all have emotions. Many times you feel happy, many times you feel sad. Now, these all emotions are stored there. Any good thing happen, you feel happy instantly, because this is automatic trigger. Any good thing happen, you link to the happy memory or happy emotion, it automatically get triggered. You feel differently, think differently, see differently, talk differently inside your mind. Your body postures change. Same way a negative thing happens, it is also there. So I have learned techniques. In NLP we have a technique called anchoring, so where we can activate, say for example, a happy feeling and link it to the future event. Now, it was a very slow process. It is very fast, actually very fast, but according to me it is slow because the method which I use, HRA, it works so far, it doesn't require any kind of anchoring, touching, nothing. I developed this technique, as I told you, it is beyond hypnosis and beyond NLP, because I keep learning all the time. So what happened actually, I'll tell you, when I'm doing my workshop, I used to do a lot of different kind of fun thing in my workshop. So one of the fun thing was to making an anesthesia in the hand. I used to put needles, they don't feel any pain. We activated a part who can manage pain. Then a thought came into mind, if you can activate that part, we can activate any part. And then I started working on it. Then I started using on myself, and it is so powerful. Everything is there what you want to achieve in your life. So my friend, I developed this technique called HRA. I given a name, Hidden Resource Activation, because resources are already hidden in your subconscious mind. We are only going and activating him, so that will help you to remove the negative programming, the negative triggers, automatic triggers of the negative emotion, and replace it with a positive emotion instantly. There is a feeling, so we all have to break these patterns, and it doesn't take much time. Many times I have done it in a 2 or 3 minutes time in emergency cases when I'm working with my sportsmen, because they know me, they know my technique, so it works immediately. So these techniques are so powerful. I started using it regularly. Let me tell you some examples. Certain cases I never used to take, like depression. I never used to take before. If you call me 3 years back before, or maybe last year also, 1 year back also, somebody called me, Mr. Aggarwal, I am depressed, can you help me in depression? I said, no, I will not work with depression. Why? Because there is another thing in our training program is, when you see a depressed person, and if you are very sensitive, you get their problems. So I was avoiding depression. Negative problems. I was, this kind of depression kind of things, I was avoiding them. But once I learned this HRA technique, when I developed it, when I started working with the people in the first session, which takes around 30 to 40 minutes, I do a 3 sessions program, which lasts between 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes little more, but between 30 to 40 minutes. Within a few minutes when they come to me, I start talking to them, and then they learn about their mind, how the mind works, how the emotions start, and they start tapping into the power of their mind. They immediately start feeling better. So the depression part is gone completely. Their facial expression change, their breathing change, their body posture change, and doesn't affect me the depression anymore, their depression, and they start feeling good. And now when they start feeling good, they start smiling, I feel good. Now this is how this technique works. So my friend, this technique I developed and started doing it regularly, and let me tell you few examples. Depressed people came to me. Within 3 sessions, they are completely cured. They are living happily now. People have a lot of anxiety, and they can relax anytime they want, instantly. They want to relax, they tap into the power of their mind, and they will instantly relax. They want to be happy, they can instantly be happy by just tapping the power of their own mind, which you learn in this 3 sessions programming and training and healing. Because my way of doing it, I don't want it to come back to me every day. Most of the old program you have to go to 27, 30 sessions, but my program is only 3 sessions where you become the master of your own mind. You learn how to tap the power of your own mind. You tap into your own hidden resources which you may not be aware of it. Happened with me, my friend. Certain resources I tapped which I was not aware of it, just to check whether I have it or not. I tapped it and it worked immediately. So my friend, this is such a powerful technique. People came with the negative memories. They have a past trauma. Within 5 minutes of doing the exercise, the trauma was gone. The effect of trauma was gone completely. People have, negative thoughts coming into their mind. Now there is something more called inner voice. See, many times what happens, we want to do something, the inner voice says, hey, stupid, you can't do it, you failed last time. Happened. Most of the time, all these inner parts or negative emotions have a positive intention. They don't want you to fail. That is why they pop up anytime you want to do something new. Because you might have done something wrong in the past, or somebody might have told you when you were a small kid. It may happen. It has been programmed. If you were trying something new, they say, hey, you will fail, don't do it. Now this voice has been programmed by something happened in the past, or somebody told you, like your parents or your teachers or your colleagues, or you might have seen somebody happening with this, and that gets programmed, because subconscious mind can duplicate. It has a mirror neuron there. You say a failure person and you talk to a negative person and sit with them, you automatically feel negative. You sit with the positive people, you will already automatically feel positive energy inside you. That's what sometimes I still remember that many years back I was working with some cricketers in Bengal, and this boy came for therapy. He knows me very well, And he came and we were just talking, didn't do any therapy for him. And this fellow said, sir, I'm feeling fantastic. I said, I've not done anything with you, but sir, sitting with you, I get a positive vibration, I've already healed. Because the positive, negative. You might have seen, when I meet somebody, I feel automatically negative. It's a mirror neuron. I meet somebody positive, I get a good vibration. Happen with you? This always happen, my friend. So, remember one thing, we have all hidden resources inside our subconscious mind. We need to tap. We learn how to tap. So in these 3 sessions of 30 to 40 minutes, you will be learning how to tap. Not only we do a therapy. I don't give you a fish, I teach you how to fish. I don't give you food, I teach you how to earn food and make food. So that after 3 sessions in the life is big, Now you have one problem, in the future you may come up with something else which you don't know how to deal with. So once you know this technique, once you learn this technique, what happens? You can handle them easily. You can create an automatic trigger. Let me give you an example. One guy came to me, he had a one-sided love affair with a girl. Now every time he think about that girl, because it's a one-sided, he always feels bad. Whenever he sees the girl talking to somebody else, he feels bad, he can't do anything, he's not able to do anything. In one session, the 3 sessions program, in first session only, he come out of that emotion completely. And then he learned the techniques and using it in his life. Other guy has a broken relationship. Now, because of broken relationship, he is not able to get into other relationship, because every time we think about getting into new relationship, the past negative memories triggered. And he had a fear the same thing may happen. Using the same technique, it was gone, got into new relationship. One guy came to me, it's a very interesting thing, this guy lived in America, he came to me, and when he went to America, his goal was to get into non-Indian girls. So he developed a dislike for the Indian girls and like for the non-Indian girls. And after many years with the non-Indian girls getting relationship, we find out the Indian girls are only good for the getting married. They are good because of the cultural thing. But now he's not getting attracted to it. So I helped him to attract the attraction part inside him and linked it to the Indian girl. Now he's getting married very soon. So my friend, many kind of cases are there. Different. If I can give you a list, I have helped hundreds of people to do this. So this is the power of techniques. The 3 sessions, therapy sessions we do, 101, which we do it sometimes. The people live in Hyderabad, they come and meet me in my office sitting over here and we do a session. Or many times people flew and come to Hyderabad and do a session with me. And many times we do, because sometimes the other countries I do on Zoom, people doing these exercises and sessions with me from New Zealand, Australia, Bangladesh, Nepal, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, UK, Canada, Germany, I do on Zoom. Now, important thing about my training is, when I do a training or the sessions with them, I always record them. If it is a Zoom session, we completely video record and send them the recording so they can do the exercise again and again and really master it. Now when I do 101, we record it on their own mobile, not in my mobile, their mobile. So they can go back home and listen to it and do the exercise. And exercises are how long? Not half an hour, 45 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's all, my friend. To make changes in your brain doesn't take time. So now, my friend, you are here today to know about your how the emotions work. Emotions are very dangerous. Negative emotions are very dangerous. If we don't deal with them right now, it will become bigger and bigger. Let me tell you about my story. In 94, I was traveling by flight from Bombay to Calcutta, and there was a big storm, and I had a very bad experience in the flight and jerk for 10-15 minutes. People were shouting, vomiting, screaming. After that, I stopped traveling by flight. And after 5-6 years or 7 years, I realized I am a mind coach. If I will fear about flight, how I can help others? Because I used to get a lot of cases of fear of flying. I used the same technique. I removed my fear of flying. And what was happening? 94, it was less fearful, but as the time passes, it was becoming stronger and stronger. Because I have to take a flight sometime. And I was very fearful in the flight. So what was happening? It was layering up and building up and building up. And then one day I realized if I have to travel out of India continuously, I have to do a lot of travel in flight. I need to get rid of. Now I rid off completely using my own technique, this HRA technique, and I'm very comfortable. I enjoy the flight, whatever the weather conditions are. In fact, many times I help people who had a fear of flying and remove their fear of flying in the flight sitting next to me. Very interesting stories. Sometime I'll tell you later on during my workshop, funny stories and interesting stories. So my friend, you are here today to get rid of your emotional problem. Now, emotional problem can be a depression, anxiety, fear, phobias, negative memories, mental blocks, negative patterns. Now, what is negative pattern? Some of say, let me give an example of negative pattern. When I was working with a golfer, he was playing very badly before he came to me, and then when he came to me, he started playing very good. Now listen how it works. He started playing very good. Now when he's playing very good, suddenly he play a bad shot, the all past negative memory trigger, and he's tumbling down. His scores come down, playing superbly to worst he plays. It happened a number of times, and one tournament I was with him in some place, and then he played very badly on the day one. Second day I asked him what happened. Then he told me what happened. I used this HRA technique in 2 minutes, my friend, just 2 minutes, because after 5 minutes he's going to start, his name going to be announced. Only 2 minutes standing on the side before he goes to tee off. I removed that negative memory completely and linked it to the positive memory. Anything negative happened, automatically he played better than before. And that day he broke the course record. Now if you know about golf, first day he was 5 over, second day he was 8 under. Now if you know golf, you can understand the difference between 8 and 5, 13 shot difference by just a 2-minute exercise, and this was done in 2010, still working for him perfectly. Second example, we have all the resources inside us. I was working with another golfer. After working with me, he won many tournaments, and suddenly for last 3-4 years he was not playing very good. So last year when he was working with me, he was playing a tournament badly, so I worked with him and activated a part inside him to a great player. He played very well in the tournament. The next tournament which he was playing okay, but he has a bad, the pattern was the last day of the tournament he played badly. So third day of the tournament, so golf is 4-day tournament, third day of the tournament, in the evening I gave him a session. I activate using the hidden resource activation, because inside his mind the winner is also there because he won many tournaments. So I activate that winner and link to the next day, and he won after 4 years a big tournament in Indonesia. So my friend, when you meet me personally, we can talk about this more in detail. I work with the top level people, so if you really want to get rid of your problem, you are at the right place, my friend. Don't delay it, because the delaying will increase the problem, bring more failure, more loss of money, time, and relationship also. So my friend, if you really want to do it, this is the 3 sessions are very powerful. I was not doing therapy sessions before lockdown because I was traveling. Now I am in Hyderabad. I can do a Zoom session and session. Now some people may ask me, what is the charges? What is the fee for this session? My friend, when I work with the golfer, they pay me percentage from their earning. One of my golfer paid me 18 lakh rupees in 1 year. Recently when he won the tournament, he paid me 4 lakh rupees. Now this is not for you. Just for example, this 3-day training, what are the things you are getting? 1-to-1 session with me, online or one-on-one. All things will be recorded, given to you. Plus I have created many courses. I have more than 1,500 videos on YouTube, more than 1 lakh people, my subscriber there. I have developed more than 500-600 video courses which is available on udemy.com. So my friend, what you are going to get in these 3 sessions? It's the 3 very powerful sessions. No theory. You will first learn about your mind, then you will learn the tools, you will activate the power of your mind, you will activate the parts, and we call it parts also. Emotions we call it parts also. Like I told you about the boy who was a golfer, I activated the winner inside him to win that tournament. Right? So you will learn how to activate the part inside you. Now what will happen after this 3 short 30 to 40 minute sessions after the therapy? In the first session only, you start feeling the power of your mind, you start feeling different, you start feeling positive, you start feeling confident, and some of your negative problem would have been already resolved. Then you learn how to tap into the power of your mind. And then we'll record everything and give it to you. So what will happen after 3-day sessions? Say for example, you're going for a meeting and you're feeling nervous. You can tap into your inner resource and feel confident automatically there. Going for a negotiation, you can use it and do it. For sports people, when they're playing a match, I give you an example of another girl. She's a snooker player, now world number 5 right now. She's only 14, world number 5 in under 21 category. She had a fear of playing with one Indian girl all the time. During that session, she played a World Cup where she played, the first girl was the same girl. She had a fear and she beat her easily. This is the power of your mind. You will learn to utilize the power of your own subconscious mind, and I call it unconscious mind. And all the recordings will be there. You will be able to feel confidence, happiness, excitement, relaxation, calm, peaceful, any state of mind at will. Now these things comes naturally, automatically, but now once you attend this training program or this healing 3-day session, you will have a full control. You can even heal yourself. You can manage pain. You can relieve stress, anxiety. You can remove many of your mental blocks. Plus there is a powerful technique which you will learn in the workshop. When you are sleeping in the night, your unconscious mind will be clearing one by one blocks. And after these 3 sessions, you will be a totally powerful, different person. All your negative emotions have been gone. You would have learned how to program your mind. And we have programmed your mind to feel, instead of nervous, confident on the situation automatically. This kind of things you will learn. You will have total power on your mind. So my friend, if you really want to come out of your problem, these are the sessions for you, and it is nowhere available in the world, because I have developed it with my own experience and so many years of my experience working with the top level sportsmen, top level people, and I've developed my point conducting a lot of workshops. More than 500,000 people have attended my live training program. They bought my products. I do consultation. I've developed my own technique. So this HRA technique available nowhere, so you have to learn it from here and get rid of your problem. Now the fee for this thing, normally when I work with the sportsmen, especially golf, I charge more than ₹1 lakh just to teach HRA technique and program in their mind. Now you don't pay that because you are not a golfer, you are not making money by playing the tournament. The fee is not even 1 lakh. We don't charge 50,000 rupees also. Normally I charge 40,000 rupees for these 3 sessions, but now as I live in Hyderabad, I'm not traveling, and now I'm 64 years age, I don't want a lot of money. So the thing here is, the fees is only 20,000 rupees plus GST for 3 sessions. GST is 18%, so it's become 23,600. Now my friend, when we talk about money, people say 20,600. First think about your problem, my friend. How much you are losing, how much you are suffering now. Is it worth 20,000? It is much more than you are losing right now. And once your problems are solved, how much it is worth? If you are a businessman, you start making more money. There are many people come, they have a fear of public speaking. And the moment they start talking to public speaking, they start making more money. People, they have a negative blocks. They cannot talk, they cannot close, they cannot, they feel low energy because of depression. They are not able to do what they want to do. What happens? When they learn this technique, when they start doing more, they feel more energetic, more confident, and they attract more money. And remember, my friend, when you are positive, when you are confident, you attract good people in your life. When you are negative, you always attract negative people in your life. This is law of attraction. So, doing this exercise, money is nothing. Think about the problem you are having, how much you are losing because of the problem, and once these problems are gone and you are totally different, how much it will bring to you. Happiness, confidence, success, good relationship, plus many more things, and you start enjoying your life. Many times people come to me, they are depressed and think, they say, I don't want to live anymore, they have a suicidal tendency. But once they learn to start enjoying their life, what happens? Their life changes completely. Not only there, they change their own life, but they change the life of their family, their friends, their family members. because everybody is connected. So my friend, if you really want to come out of your problem, whether it is a depression, anxiety, negative problems or mental blocks, fear and phobias or painful past memories, you are at the right place right now, my friend. So really pick an appointment. Call on the number given below. Call us for fix an appointment. Now remember, this is a tailor-made program. Everybody are different. Somebody have different. So it's a tailor-made program. So make it tailor-made program. You need to first talk to me for 15-20 minutes, talk to your problem, and then we do a tailor-made program. Then we'll do a 3 session. So take the appointment right now. Call on that number. Fix up a time so that we can talk one-to-one, either online or personally, and then find out your things and then tailor-made a program for you and do it. Now tailor-made programs are much more costly than 20,000. Okay, my friend? So 20,000 are peanuts. Why? Peanuts because it is going to bring you after this session, bring you lot of success, lot of confidence. So you want to come out, that's why you're here. Otherwise you will not be here till this time. So if you are here still, immediately pick up the phone and call right now. Remember, if you are watching this video, middle of the night, don't call us, call it during the office hour. You can call from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10:30 in the evening. Talk to my colleague. Take an appointment, then we'll see you personally and see you on the top and become successful and see you as a totally and completely free of all your emotional and negative problem and become so successful in life. So my friend, pick up your phone and call right now and see you personally. Thank you very much.